Sweet.
That was a thing.
Morning.
Mm. It was a first.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So this morning is
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ fún mi ná. Fóònù tí mo máa fi ń ṣe kìíní yẹn, ó fọ́ pẹ̀lú mo gbàgbé ẹ̀ sílé lálẹ́ àná. Ó sì ní ìsáyìn lórí fóònù tẹ́lẹ̀. Báyìí ni mo jẹ́ fún.
I'm not. Give me a sec. I'm not hearing you. I want to kind of make with. Come on, sir. Can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah. What were you saying? Pop me. What happened to it? Oh, okay. Oh, the man signed it from Pop ba? Oh, dang. Any? Violation because of that IP violation. That's the thing with it. That's the violation. That's the with that IP violation. That's the issue. Once they have that, once you sign it on that phone like that, I don't want them to violate you because that account is a big account. I thought that was your personal phone now. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because of the. Yeah. Damn. You are not, and you didn't log into your computer. Oh yeah, because you have the VPN issue too. We have computer. That's why we say you should just log into one phone. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's because of that all those prophets they're looking for one or two excuses, and that VPN is one of their big ones. They be flagging people up with that. I've seen people that have lost accounts based on that VPN issue. Like it's very crazy because they don't want. I think the reason why they do it like that is that they know some people will buy accounts and give it to some other people to help them pass it. So they don't want that. They want whoever buy the account to be the one to take the test and all that. They don't want anybody buying the account and one person passing it and one person trading it. They just want one person to buy it and one person to what's it called? This will have been a good trade this morning right here. The issue I'm having with this trade is did it sweep previous 4 hour? Hmm? Yeah, I don't like when they're equal. I didn't see a sweep, so and there was no. I mean, there's a what's it called? There's a 15-minute order block. Yeah. Kind of like engulfing count, but this right here is what I don't like. I don't like this right here. This is the same thing with you with with USD chef, and this thing sweet. It would have been so sweet if this sweat were here. Uh-huh. That would have been so sweet, and I would have taken it down here. But I didn't see that sweet.
Okay, so is the
You said what?
okay. If you finish one, you're not at home.
I'm not hearing
You
you.
chef, you're
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
as the chef, you're
Yeah.
oh, okay. I thought like the screen is just like
No, no, no,
and
no.
you already passed.
I'm on this share. I want to see how this candle here engulf. Yeah, I don't like the fact that there was no sweep. There was no sweep of that. There was no sweep of that eyes. I don't like that fact that there was no sweep of that eyes. It would have been good if I see that sweep. But if that didn't happen, if I see an engulfing candle here, I might enter. But if it doesn't engulf, I might enter that and just get one to two somewhere around here. Because this is coming from you. All this is coming from me. All this move now is coming from a previous week, and this day there's a daily order block here somewhere. So they all of them tapped into it. So they all coming from me. All of them is coming from a nice momentum, as you can see. And tap this daily order block right here. You guys that like order block, I'm trading order block now. You see this
Mm-hmm.
other block right here. So we can use this to follow the momentum for today's bias. Okay, so if I see that engulfing right there, I will jump in on this trade right now. And but I still need to see this. I need to see one candle. I need to see this 5 minute candle engulf this one here. Just kind of like extra precaution, you get? Because if I go and enter without, if I enter without engulfing now, it might still go all the way down and just do. It might still go all the way down. There's still an auto block. There's still a fair value gap here, or it might even go all the way down to even go and sweep itself before going up. So that's why someone has to be extra careful because it didn't sweep. Price did not sweep that low. It just kind of like cut it. So so you see now there's no other block. Price is not doing anything. Later I'll move on down by wow.
Who was it? Iṣẹ́
Ó
àgbẹ̀ náà
ṣàgbẹ̀
dúró
náà
ní
dúró náà wọ́n tó kọ́ ṣe
mú irinṣẹ́ dání. Eh,
iṣẹ́ tó wà ní nǹkan bíi téèmù ni wọ́n fún wọn ní
orúkọ tí
nígbà tí wọ́n kọ́ dé iṣẹ́ ni wọ́n sì dé ìlú.
yeah,
Wọ́n dé ìlú wọn. Wọ́n máa wà á pé first consider.
yeah. See the reason why I said sometimes it's good to wait for that engulfing. This one now is changing momentum. Let me see this right here. Yup. I still think it's still going to. His price might want to go down to that. Price might want to go down there to go and sweep it first. Because we are still in this range right now, so we can't do anything. We are still inside of the range. This is this is this is the open, and this is the low. This is this high, and this is I think this is Asian open right here. So we are still inside of that range. We need a sweep. We need something. Is either I sweep this, go up, or sweep this, go down. And you see, he did that. You see that first move now. That was this first move now was before our time. See again, this first move now was 6:45. So we are not expecting it to sweep it. We are not expecting it to sweep it at 6:45. So anybody that wants to go and jump in now, it will just take that person out now and sweep it at the time that it's supposed to sweep it. So when I saw that move, I was like, it's not. It didn't sweep it one, and it wasn't in the time session. So I was like, so is either if he doesn't sweep it in that time session, is either he wants to go take the eyes and come down. I get me, because usually when there's something like this, when there's a movement like this, it's very crucial. And I think I explained this a couple days ago. When you see price fail to take this low, right? Usually, majority of the time, when price fail to take a low, watch out. It might take the eye to come down. Like yeah. If price fails to take a low, if price anytime you see price fail to take a low like this, or price fails to create a equal. Remember, I've explained that to you so many times. That when price fails to create, or price fails to take a low, like fail to sweep that low, usually majority of the time, it will just go and look for. It will go and look for a POI resting above to come down. But if price takes a low whereby it swept it, whereby price did what goes down and sweeps this low in order to enhance, this is always valid, because what it will do is just test a fair value gap right here and move down. So there's always a difference. You always have to know that if it doesn't take the low, don't just jump in. That means it's going to go take the high in order for it to what, for it to go down. So now price fails to take this low now. Price fails to take this low now. It didn't create. It kind of create an equal low-ish, but it didn't sweep it. All the ones we've been doing, it needs to sweep it. So it failed to create that. And if you just go, just because this is sitting on the low of the previous session low, and you say, let me just go and jump in, you just see now it will have taken us out now. And we've learned this lesson. Like I think the beginning of the month, we learned this lesson. We took a stop loss like this on one of the days where we jumped in before the session opened and price just decided to open up and take us out. So we are still inside of that range now. We are still inside of the range. So right now we can't do anything. We are inside of that range. We need to see what price does. So now price can now decide to now sweep this low again now. Are you getting me? Can now decide to sweep this low again now, and now decide to go up. But we don't know yet. So we are just chilling and cooling. So yeah. So always watch though. Always, there's a perfect example for this. That was on Monday on USD Chef. Now this is a perfect example. Now you see price took out this low, sweet. It took out this low, very very sweet. You see, it failed to what? It failed to create equal highs in order for it to sell. I get me. It failed to create equal high for sales. You see, now it took out the lows. Now this is a good buy right here. We can now decide to buy this right here. But I still haven't seen my confirmation for the buys. I need to see some like a engulfing candles. We are still on the 5 minutes, so let's go to the 15 minutes and see if we can see any engulfing candle. We have not seen confirmation for this yet, so I won't take this yet until I see something like an engulfing candle. Are you getting me? We have not seen. We need to see an engulfing momentum here. But this is USD share, so if this doesn't happen on USD share, we'll see the opposite on Euro USD. So we are just keep ahead. So for the example I was trying to show you, this was a viable example here on Monday. That was on Monday. Wait, so all this move happened during a share session. Jay, Kilo Day, Asia session is being crazy. I'm telling you, goodness, because since after that London session, I didn't check anything till today. Imagine, chai, see all this momentum. Okay, so this was a primary example here on Monday. This is a primary example here on Monday. This price failed to take this low higher, and as you can see, as price failed to take this low, it went above it, sweep that liquidity in order for it to sell down. So anytime you see price fail to create equal low like that, always expect that above it will create the highs for it to sweep it. So damn, Asian session is mad though. Goodness. I think it's because of the reason why Asian session is because of that safe haven. A lot of people have been on JPY pairs now. So when JPY pair is moving, it's always moving during Asian session. So that's what is affecting the whole market to move with JPY. JPY always moves during Asian session. Yeah, so we need to see how this goes. We need to see how this goes. And one other thing too is the fact that we've had a what's it called, a distribution during Asia session. This distribution that we have now is going to be a big wala, because now London session might just accumulate, and maybe we'll see another manipulation during what's it called, during New York session. But anytime we have this kind of long movements like this during Asia session, London session tends to be doing some kind. But let's wait and see. Now this looks like this might be our confirmation here. You've seen this candle. This candle has done this right here, whatever that is, and if it engulfs, if it gives us kind of like an engulfing momentum, we can decide to enter all the way over here. So if that 5 minute candle close, might be our entry. Now for this, why is this doing this? Why? I need to know why. Because this is Euro, this is USD is the chef. Let me turn on my notification. This is the issue now, that there is no absolutely way. There is no absolutely way that this one has been selling all. It's been selling throughout each session.
那人就几点咱算了。
So this is where we are still at. Is there any? I think there's news this morning. USD. I said it looks like there's news this morning.
Three 15 a.m. We have news at 3:15 PUR news. And 4:30 now it's only GAP.
Because I'm looking at the current, what's it called? Oh yeah, there's news this morning. There's news at 8 o'clock. So that's why some of those pairs, they are not moving fast right now. EU, there's a lot of news for EU. Wow. There's even GBP news. Yeah.
3:15 and 4.
Okay. It looks like there's news right here. So that, I guess they are expecting. We're expecting what's it called, numbers for this morning. They are expecting a lower number for all this morning. They are expecting a lower number. They're expecting a lower number right here. So if they're expecting a lower number, we should have. If they're expecting a lower number for all this, we should have EU kind of like going down ish. So we might have a negative for EU this morning. So that means we might be looking for sales. We might be looking for sales opportunity on. We might be looking for sell opportunity for EU. We might be looking for sell opportunity on EU this morning. We might be looking for sell opportunity on EU this morning. We might be looking for sell opportunities on EU. I said they are expecting a negative number for EU this morning.
Okay.
So we might be expecting a if they are expecting a negative number, we might be expecting EU to sell, and we'll just have buys on USD share.
This is the full of it.
And so that would be the positive scenario is for buy USD share buys and EU sells for the news.
Ebola needs to be in.
Huh?
Ebola needs to.
Oh, definitely.
You did?
Yeah. Let me check. Is it check if it's if the what's it called is streaming. So for I think for GBP also they are expecting lower numbers for GBP also, but that doesn't come till 9 o'clock. So I kind of like the way this news is set up. There's two of them, and yeah. So I see my screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think this will be what we might be able to get this morning based on what the news outlook can be. So we should be able to get this low right here, for the market to test this low right here. If hopefully we can get a reaction to go back here, hopefully we can get a reaction right here. Hopefully we can get a reaction, because this is the low and we have not even touched it. And for what's it called, for EU also, we still haven't touched it. It's still creating bunch of liquidity. So EU just creating bunch of liquidity around that area. So news might come out now. News might come out for EU, and it might just decide to do this, right? Take this low right here and shoot down. Are you getting me? So we wait after the news, we see what it happens, and yeah, we jump in. Because it's not advisable to like predict the direction and say, oh, I know where the direction of the news is going to go. It's not. I mean, I used to do that before, but then after a while I found out that it's not healthy. Like majority of the time, the news always goes in two directions. There's always, especially during New York news, like the NFP and the CPI. So, and that's what made me stop trading like the first momentum of the news, and I started trading the second momentum. So whenever there's news, so anytime there's a CPI news, price will, let's assume maybe we have a 4-hour order block somewhere, right? Let's say we have a 4-hour order block. Anytime there's news, and go watch this out majority of the time. So let's say we have a 4-hour order block, or maybe daily order block, and price is around here. So let's say price is around here, for example. Are you hearing me? So let's say price is around here. So whenever the NFP news comes out, and they say, oh, the NFP number is whether the NFP number is good or bad, you see price will first go there, right? So everybody will want to catch this initial movement. Everybody wants to catch it. You see people blowing their accounts off of this movement, because this thing will be like this. So now NFP, boom, hits them. So now as soon as that NFP now goes to that place, right, you will now see maybe like 20 minutes after the news, you will now see we now notice that after the news, after the NFP to now be going down quick, very very quick, go down. You now say, but NFP came out good, and why is this now happening? And you now see that, you go and check it out every time. For like out of maybe, let me see, out of maybe last year, and out of maybe 12 NFPs, I was able to catch 4 of this, and it's usually after the NFP or CPI. So, but before I was a novice, I used to want to catch this, because that's what everybody was taught. You know, for everybody to be able to catch this right here, this initial momentum, everyone to catch it. You now see that everybody saying 1, 2, 3, 4. NFP, everybody wants to catch this initial, but as I grow and become a better trader, then I was like, you know what, majority of the time, NFP, there's always two. There's the NFP with data, and there's the NFP revision. So the NFP revision will now actually tell us if what the data was released was good or not. That's when you now see Powell. You now come and say, based on the number we have, we still think the economy is still good. Although NFP said there was only maybe 10 people that was employed last month. So when they said maybe 10 people, and you know, everybody say, oh, the dollar is bad, so you see USD going up. But as soon as the revision comes out, and this thing will now, the market, whoever created this market has brain. These people are one of the smartest people in the world. Like whenever I see the market moves with fundamentals, I'm like, how the hell these people can do? They are able to make sure the technicals align with the fundamentals. So after the NFP, you know, everybody is still happy. Some people have blown their account on this initial move. Everybody trying to enter with the news. So you now see the smart traders, they will now be the one to, after price have touched maybe a POI. So this is always a POI. This might be like the previous day, it might be the previous day, it might be any type of POI, or maybe the weekly fair value gap, all type. There's always a POI around this area doing that in a so there's always, so now once it now taps it, you now see this momentum now start going down, and this are where you want to catch the good trades. Trust me, every time. And this is how I always like to trade NFP. And we're going to trade it, don't worry, next week. And it's also good for your account, because your prop firm will not allow you to take this. I mean, if you take this on your prop firm, they can violate you for trading the news. So you don't want to trade this. But a lot of people, they have blown their prop firm trading the news, trying to trade gold, trying to trade some type of market that that is. And these are things that the beginners, all the beginners will go through, because you see people making a lot of money with gold. You want to trade gold, and those people that are trading gold, they are actually people that they've been in, like me now. It's not that I can't trade gold, but gold is something that for my POIs and all that, I have to initially wait for it. And but some people, I see them buying gold anywhere, anyhow. Just like I said, I marked somewhere where I thought gold might be able to buy from. And so now you see a lot of people just messing around, buying and selling gold any type of places, and I'm not really a fan. I used to be a fan of that because of the fast money with gold, but with time and knowledge, you really want to trade like the currency itself that does with the economy, the global economy, which are what's it called? Which are EU, GU, and with time you might want to trade oil, because those are the things that you sound like a proper trader when you go to some places and you can tell them, okay, these are. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can still know the price of gold in your head. Know the price of gold in your head, and know the price of oil, know the price of US 30 NAS and all that. But the real what's it called? They base their portfolio on the dollar itself, the DXY, the USD, because those are the biggest markets. So that's why I decided, instead of me wasting my whole, why not focus on and if you follow the news very well, especially Bloomberg. If you follow Bloomberg, they will actually tell you, like, remember there was one time I used to post, I stopped posting it. There was one time that these Bloomberg people, like these hedge fund managers, they've actually project where EU, like, because those are the ones that have the biggest money when it comes to forex. Those are the ones that put billions, and they'll be telling you, I'll be watching on the news, and their hedge fund representative will come outside. He will come and he will say, we are expecting to sell our position on so markets at so points. That with EU, they will usually, if you watch the news very well, with EU and USD JPY, those are the currencies they used to talk about very well. So they will tell you, we think we're gonna start offloading our position around 10. That was last year when EU was around 102 or 103. And I could bet you 100% that as soon as EU was touching 103 or 104, that was last year. And there was also another I think there was another blocking. Let me show you very well. That was last year. This one I will never forget, because this thing happened right here in front of me. So it was EU was sitting around 104, if I'm correct. Is it one? Okay, somewhere around here. It was sitting around 103, and some of them, and this was all the trade we took last year. This from Trump era right here, all the way to somewhere around here. This was the whole momentum of Trump election. But a lot of them, so some of those hedge funds, when they came to the news, they're like, we're expecting to offload our position around 103 on EU, because the EU is one of the, I can tell you all the movements on EU. And I was watching that news when the girl was saying it. Then I now went back here. Let me zoom this out so you can see what I'm talking about. So when she was saying that, I was like, these people are trained, they're going to offload their position around 102 or 103. But when I looked at somewhere around here, I found out that this market itself is sitting on somewhere around here. Are you getting me? It was sitting on somewhere around here. So this was probably like a manipulation. We've had this accumulation right here. So this was like the accumulation, but this was on a bigger time frame. So when she was saying it, I was like, all these news people. I was still thinking the market was what? I was still thinking about the market going to higher. So I never pay attention to what she was saying, that we're going to start offloading our position around 102 or 103 here. I just said, all these ones and they are this thing. But actually, it was crazy because January came, and soon as those people start offloading their position, this was when we now saw this. We saw this what's it called? This range where a lot of people lost their money on this range. This range right here. Oh my! This range, I almost lost my life doing this range. But this was because what? A lot of those people, they've offloaded their position. Some of them are taking holidays. Some of those hedge funds, they all of them went on a vacation because they make money. They've made so much money from this Trump trade. This was Trump right here. This was all Trump right here. The market went for almost thousands of pips. So now, when they came back from the holiday, which was February, then based on this scenario, auto block right here or whatever, then we saw the buys again. But so it takes a lot of perseverance. It takes a lot of you saying what these news people are doing, and like on Monday when I was watching the news, first thing they said was like they are on a risk off. That was when I heard that risk off this thing. I came to you and let's say we should talk about it. They said, oh, we are on a risk of momentum. I said, risk off. What is killing people is so risk off. So I went to go and check the market. As soon as they said they are on a risk off, I saw gold was pumping hard. USD JPY was selling hard. All the markets, boom, boom, boom. And these people say they are on a risk of, and with that sentiment we have with the market, we're able to say, okay, if this is the scenario they are, you might as well just follow that kind of scenario with them, and take the best opportunities. Are you getting me? So those people, they are actually the ones that controls the big volume when it comes to the market. They control huge amount of volume when it comes to the market. This is EU right here now, for example. This is EU. I'm thinking EU will likely sell all the way to this fair value gap, this weekly fair value gap here. EU would likely sell. Are you getting me? Because you see, it has swept this high here. Are you getting me? It has swept this one here. So for anything to happen on EU, it has to come here to this fair value gap. Are you getting me? So that's why I was able to mark it on my chart. Are you getting me? That's why I put it there. So anything that happens below there, I'm in my. So and for USD share, we already know that USD share, we are also expecting it to what? We are also expecting it to sell to we're expecting it to buy to a particular area. But for this morning, I'll be looking for USD share buys because I don't want to because it's news, and I don't want to take EU because you want to take the correlating pair. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how that news goes. The news is about to come out in a couple minutes. Yeah, we'll see how the news comes out. We'll see how the news comes out. Is either one of these scenarios. Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, Mr. Kagwe, Joel, hold on, Joel.
Oh, okay, okay. No, I'm just checking if you are here.
Mr. Kagwe, I'm not the only one who calls you, Joel.
No, 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 no problem, no problem.
Yeah.